broke ass.
Black magic, night walker, she haunts me like no other. Nobody told me love is pain. Oh, black magic, dark water, surrounds me like no other. She's got my heart in chains.
We're volatile, I can't call it though. It's like too large a peg and too small a hole. But she cheats and I catch her like the common cold. Last time I broke a collarbone, she tolerable. All I know is that the sex is phenomenal though. We're an unlikely pair, like two different Nike Airs. But I'm the same size she wears, so I think we're soulmates though. People don't like us together, but like we care. Yeah, but God strike me dead. She knows that I would walk over hot coals for her with both of my feet bare. But soon as I ask to hit, it's like she grabs a switch and turns me over her knee, cause my ass is whipped. Yeah, and I got her back on finals. So when she stabs me in mine, it's like I just can't feel the knife. As she pokes, jabs, and slices, 1 minute she'll build me up, the next she'll push me down. Probably why she calls me dumbbell. She lifts me up, then puts me down. But I am under her thumbnail, I must be under her spell. It's like looking right into a gun barrel. None of these hoes can fuck with my girl, she got that
Black magic, night walker, she haunts me like no other. Nobody told me love is pain. Oh, black magic, dark water, surrounds me like no other. She's got my heart in chains.
Wake up, break up, make up like Maybelline. Now she's all made up like make-believe. Probably why she's so fake to me. But what the fuck's it gonna take for me to make her see? Strip her naked and take her keys. I've been planning this thing for weeks, but I can't tell if I'm awake or asleep. But if this is actually happening, sucker for pain. I'm stuck in this radioactive pattern, but her by her motherfucking hairs. All I imagine dragging. She lunges, attacks and scratches, but I ain't gonna stand for that shit. Like half of the national anthem as I stab her laughing. So much for witchcraft and magic. Abracadabra, that bitch, no turning back, I'm blacking. As I say farewell to the love of my life, I cut and I slice, I give her one last hug goodbye. Wipe the blood off my butterfly knife. Watch her fucking die right in front of my eyes, but in hindsight, think I just wanted to see what her insides look like. As I pop another 5 bites, that's what this high's like. Look down, there's blood on my knife, shovel at my side, blood on my mic. Now wake up to music to be murdered by like. This is shit, I just want us to kill it, you.
Black magic, night walker, she haunts me like no other. Nobody told me love is pain. Oh, black magic, dark water, surrounds me like no other. She's got my heart in chains. Black magic, night walker, she haunts me like no other. Nobody told me love is pain. Oh, black magic, dark water, surrounds me like no other. She's got my heart in chains. Black magic, night walker, she haunts me like no other. Nobody told me love is pain. Oh, black magic, dark water, surrounds me like no other. She's got my heart in chains.
What? What the fuck?
Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm late. I got caught up in something, so it took me a little longer because I first scheduled it at a different time, and then I had to reschedule it because I was behind, and then stuff was going on. But we're all good over here. But how y'all doing? Thank you guys for your patience. Much love to the chat. There's a lot of you chatting. Wubba dubba dub dub. I can't do a Rick and Morty. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out Stark of Iron, he has a really interesting show. I caught it yesterday. And he does a great Rick and Morty impersonation, and it's fabulous. We're definitely gonna get him on the show to talk about some drama with Rick Sanchez for sure. Definitely go check out his channel though. He definitely deserves way more subscribers than I do. So if you guys can go check out Stark of Iron, I would really appreciate that. What up, Anthony? I see Anthony. I see Nerdist Newsstand already with the already saying like there is no James Gunn versus Zack Snyder. They're friends. Are they though? Are you sure? Because I was told by people who don't know Zack Snyder or James Gunn that they are not actually friends. I think that's blasphemy. How dare you? You don't know better than these fans who've never met this man in their entire lives, as far as like outside of a event where they basically paid to be there and meet him. How dare you? You don't know nothing about James Gunn and Zack Snyder. Shut up, Tristan. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Tristan. Don't come at me. Don't come for me, bro. Scattered night, hello. Ray is late and gay. This is true. I was very late. Are we running late, or is this just me being senile? No, I was late as hell. I'm so sorry, Jillykins. You guys know I'm never that late. Maybe by a few minutes, but at 45 minutes, holy crap. I am so sorry, y'all. Oh, wait, I could do this now. What's this look like? Oh, we can do comments now. We can put comments on the screen. Let's go. Yeah, they had a new update. I saw that. I forgot to turn that on. I was like, where do I put the comments? Now your comments can be part of the show, guys. Your comments will be part of the show moving forward. Hopefully, we'll see. Somebody type in the chat. I want to see. There it goes. There's Beefy. I heard Zach ding ditch. You mean ding dong ditch? You mean ding dong ditch? Let's see. We got Susie here. Hello, Susie. Did she schedule a live and forget? No, I didn't forget. I was just late. Maybe she meant colored people time. God damn. She really went there. Beefy, late like Frog Tony. Yeah. Give it to me. This Tony ain't no frog, but I've been late before. Now we're talking about Frog Tony. There's somebody who's named Frog Tony. He might pop on the stream. He usually does. I love how you can see the chat now. It's beautiful. It took StreamYard how long to do this? I swear to God. Starting soon equals 50 minutes late. Shut up. And yes, this is Ray from Death Note. Yes, it is. How you doing? Another person you guys should check out is Nightchain. They do gaming content, but we always love to show support. They're just trying to get to 500 so they can get monetized. So if you guys wouldn't mind going over there just to give them the sub, so they can get monetized, we appreciate that too. You know what I'm saying? We show support for our fellow content creators. You also took a nap. I read that as crap at first, but I'm glad you took a nap. It's very nice that you took a nap. Let's see. Stark of Iron. Thank you, Saggy. I am a voice actor and musician, songwriter, puppeteer. And yes, Rick is running my channel this week. Yes, Rick Sanchez is running that channel. I saw it. There's witnesses. I'm a witness to that. Also, you do music. And here I am using AI when I could just go to you and have the music made. But that's awesome. I've seen Frog Tony. Yes. Baki says, what's up? Hello. What's up to you? How are you? James Gunn's Superman looks better than Zack's. Oh boy, don't start, Jay. Don't start it. Okay. Y'all know oh wait, sorry, Luna. Hi, Luna. I always like them both. Why is there a verse debate? Okay, all right, cool. I said hi to everybody. Listen. For those of you who don't know, I have been known for many things on YouTube. Again, after my beer banding, I had to I pretty much privated all my old stuff, but again, I'm getting to unprivating some of them, right? So I used to go and cover the Zack Snyder stuff, okay? A lot of drama in Zack Snyder's fandom, okay? So we all know the story behind Zack Snyder. I don't feel like I have to redo the whole story. If you want to know the whole story about what's going on with Zack Snyder and why this is even thing, Google it. That's the best way of explaining it. Google it. I guess the TLDR, Zack Snyder was, signed on to direct this Justice League movie. He had to step down because of a family tragedy. He wanted to come back and redo his version because they gave it to Joss Whedon, who made, I guess he made Justice League, but it wasn't what Zack wanted to do with Justice League. Then the 4-hour Justice League Zack Snyder cut came out on HBO Max, as it was called at the time. It was a hit. Everybody loved it. All the Zack Snyder fans and Justice League fans rejoiced because they #released the Snyder Cut. And then you would thought that was over. But no, the fans wouldn't let it go. Once the merger between the Warner Brothers and whoever they were trying to get the company, now it's over at Discovery, Warner Brothers Discovery. they decided to reboot everything, which means Zack Snyder's Justice League was no longer going to be the canon moving forward. They were going to reboot everything, redo Superman, so no more Henry Cavill, redo everything. They finished up with the last movies that were already set to be in production and come out, which was The Flash and Shazam. They did Black Adam because, Dwayne The Rock Johnson thought that he was going to get a seat on the High Council, but they gave it to James Gunn and is it Peter Safran? I forgot the other guy's name because most people just talk about James Gunn. So that's where we were at. Now, the Zack Snyder fans, again, wouldn't let this go. They want Zack Snyder to come back because Zack was set to make a couple more movies, Justice League 2 and other stuff. So people really want Zack Snyder to come back because Zack also did Man of Steel. And he directed other movies that the fans really loved. I'm not saying Zack Snyder is a bad person, regardless of which I'm not a bad person, a bad director. I like a lot of his movies. There's some movies I don't like. I didn't care for Rebel Moon, but overall, I like Zack Snyder as a person. I think he has a good heart. He is creative. I think he is a down-to-earth, cool dude. What happened to him with the whole Justice League thing and I get it. It's not like I don't understand why fans are upset because they do feel like Zack Snyder kind of got screwed over. Yes and no, I do feel like Zack Snyder did get a little screwed over, but Zack afterwards moved on to make a deal with Netflix to make, Rebel Moon, Army of the Dead, and other projects. Like I'm sure Zack has other things he's going to come out with, hopefully on Netflix, right? But the fans just won't let Zack go as far as with DC. So the fans for the last few years have been still pushing to get Zack Snyder to get the rights to DC. Then a bunch of clowns decided to come up with sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix because now Zack's over at Netflix. So that became like the new movement. These people still to this day are still trying to get Warner Brothers, DC Studios, James Gunn, whoever's running the fucking IPs to have Zack Snyder get the rights to make a fucking his vision on Netflix, which is ridiculous financially. People in the industry have told these people that it's not possible. That's not possible to do that, and why it's financially never going to happen. Okay, right. Like people don't like Zack Snyder. I like Zack Snyder's work, but again, here we are. I'm going to get to the super chats in a second. Let me get my my ranting and my point across, and I'll get some super chats. All right. So guys, don't be offended if I haven't read your super chats yet. I will get to them. I promise. I see them coming in. Now I've been out of the loop for a while. As you guys know, I've been so far out of the loop. I don't do movie talk. I don't even talk about the drama shit anymore, but I was told now that James Gunn is coming out and finally putting out some projects, right? Because we got the slate of what James Gunn wanted to do with DC, right? And so we're now at part of it, which is what everyone was looking forward to for the most part. What is he going to do with Superman? Okay, what is James Gunn going to do with Superman? So now we have the trailer for Superman Legacy. We have a new Superman. It's not Henry Cavill. We won't even get into that. We'll get into that, all that shit later, but let's get to the point, right? We have Superman Legacy coming out. I've been told that now the James Gunn fans are fucking losing their shit. So now it went from people kind of like excited for DC stuff and like, people being normal and like, you know what, we just like DC. We just like these characters. We want to see what's going to happen, whatever. To like the Zack Snyder fans saying only Zack Snyder can make a Superman movie good. Make Superman great again. Now we have the James Gunn fans acted just as fucking psychotic as the Zack Snyder fans. That's why I said it's James Gunn versus Zack Snyder. It's mostly the fans. It's the fucking fans, right? Because like Nerdette said in the very first comment, she said in this chat, right? Very first comment. First person comment, first comment. She says, there is no James Gunn versus Zack Snyder. They are friends. And yeah, they are fucking friends, guys. I've pointed this out many times. You know what the Zack Snyder fans say? Well, Zack's just being professional. Not only has Zack Snyder went public multiple times saying that he and James Gunn are friends and they have worked on projects together. You have this post by James Gunn posted February 20th, right? Always a pleasure catching up with my friend, Zack Snyder. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking friends. And the fans are like, Well, Zack Snyder's just being professional. What professional? The thing that's funny is, so somebody brings up the Geeks and Gamer thing, right? So the funny thing about fans of Zack Snyder, right? And we're going to talk about Zack Snyder fans before we get to James Gunn fans. The funny thing about Zack Snyder fans that they seem to forget is that, yeah, that did happen. That did happen. Zack Snyder went on a stream and pretty much disavowed Geeks and Gamers, right? That was a huge story, okay? So you're telling me that Zack Snyder, who had no problems going on a live stream with thousands of people watching to disavow a group of YouTubers, right, has no problem saying, like, he doesn't like James Gunn. Are you serious? But this is what the Zack Snyder fan wants to put out there to have this division, right? And in the beginning, it was dumb. But now we have James Gunn fans now pushing back, like the same tactics that Zack Snyder fans do. We have the James Gunn fans also having the same energy going at Zack Snyder. And any Zack Snyder fans, listen, you don't have to love Zack Snyder's movies. Zack Snyder does not expect everyone to love his movies. James Gunn doesn't expect everyone to love his movies. Okay? Superman and Batman, specifically those two characters, have had many directors, many different actors for the longest time, for decades. Okay? How many Superman actors have worn that suit? Come on, you super DC fans. You tell me how many Superman actors have worn that suit and portrayed Superman. I can count how many actors. Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Adam West. Okay? We have so many different versions of these characters. Why the fuck are grown-ass adults arguing over this shit? Technically, there are differences. We're not playing the technicalities. They played Clark Kent's Superman. You got what I was saying, right? Why are we arguing over this shit? If you don't like James Gunn's Superman, go back and enjoy Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. There are some people, believe it or not, that didn't like Henry Cavill's Superman. Oh, I know, right? How could they? Henry Cavill did such a good job. Yes, Henry Cavill did a great job as Superman, in my personal opinion. But he's not the first, nor will he ever be the last Superman to ever exist on this planet. You think that they really want Henry Cavill at the great age of 70 flying around in a fucking wheelchair to save the day? No, they always recast these actors, but these fans, they're not doing it because they genuinely care about this character. They're doing it because they want attention, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, James Gunn fans as well. But I like to focus on the Zack Snyder fans because they already fucking hate me. They already hate me. They already hate me. Now, this was posted. I saw this last night. Good old buddy Matt Jarbo here. Matt Jarbo also gets a lot of flack because he said the same thing. Like, he's a fan of Zack Snyder's stuff, and he's kind of just like, you know, I loved it, but it's time to move on. You say that and the fucking internet like completely flames you. So Matt was responding because now they're going after him for making this post. He goes, y'all bitches can never take a joke, which they can't. They cannot take a joke unless it's against James Gunn. One dude is freaking out that I haven't taken this post down. Why would I? It's fucking funny. And y'all never read this article it's based on. So this is what they're posting, right? This is what they're posting. Warner Brothers marketing of Superman is getting wild. And it's Superman on a cross with the new actor who's playing Superman. Passion of the Kryptonian. All right? It's a meme. It's not that serious. Right? And it's based on this article. Right? Why is James Gunn marketing Superman like it's Passion of the Kryptonian? Right? And everyone is like so mad about it. So mad about it. I struggle to see why Matt Jarbo keeps posting rage bait. Because you fucking morons keep taking it. That's why. Who exactly is he? Why do you, if you're, what? He used to pride himself on dunking on the cultists. The real DC fans have distanced themselves from him. Who does he cater to? What are the real DC fans? I love the gatekeeping these fucking clowns always do, and then they play, oh my god, you guys are so bad, but they gatekeep fandoms. LOL, who does he think he's tricking? Look at how mad these people are. Look at how mad they are. And this person put up a point, like this was in Smallville. I think it was in Smallville. Was this in Smallville? It's just funny how these people continue to expose themselves as being the most like childlike minded people that you have seen on the internet. That mad over a fucking joke. That mad over a fucking joke. And then they call the people toxic. Hold on, there's more. There's more. Because don't forget, remember how I mentioned the people who've been trying to push to get Zack Snyder to come and take the IPs from DC to make his film, right? To make his film. These people are still going at it with the cell shit. This is why I used to call them out, because it was funny for me that these people just spend all of their lives trying to promote themselves by masking it as if they're doing Zack Snyder a favor. Okay? Look at right here. Shout out to Zack Snyder's Cell Movement, Skywalker, New Geeks. I don't know these people, don't care about them. Oh yeah, Necron, the dude who called James Gunn an F-slur. Yeah, these people who went around trying to dox people who disagreed with them. Yeah, those people. The ones that aren't toxic, that aren't pushing a toxic hashtag while they're making fun of people and clowning on them for not liking, for supporting James Gunn's new Superman shit. The ones who called James Gunn an F-slur for his choice in music and Peacemaker. Yeah, those people. Right? And the funny thing I find it is they want to, this dude right here, this fucking dude right here, look at him in these pictures. This man so badly wants to be a real life fucking Superman. You're basically like, what's Superman's counterpart that's really fucking dumb from another dimension? That is who Skywalker the Jedi is. The dude who looks like he had his fucking head pushed in and his soft spot as a fucking baby. That guy. Yeah, he's the face of this movement. He wants to be the face of this movement. He is using Zack Snyder's tragic story continuously to make it. Yes, Bizarro, thank you. Appreciate y'all. I couldn't think of it at the top of my head. This motherfucker is Bizarro, right? Trying to be another Superman. Using Zack Snyder's tragedy. What happened to Zack Snyder to elevate himself and promote himself, and it's been working for a little bit. Because he's using the fucking slowness of these fans to make money off of it. It's fucking gross. These people are fucking trash. And now I'm hearing James Gunn fans are basically doing the same shit. So shame on y'all. 2 wrongs don't make a fucking right. But 2 rights might make a left. Okay? This is where we're at. This is where we're at with these people. That's why I had to say something. Because it's been a long time since I had a fucking chance to clown on some Snyder cultists. But now we might have to start clowning on these James Gunn cultists. We might need to start clowning on them too. Because the nitpicking this shit over a fucking trailer. Like, don't fucking watch it if it doesn't appeal to you. Zack is not coming back anytime soon to work on a DC property for them. It's not happening. But he wants to. It doesn't matter what the fuck he wants. No offense to Zack Snyder. Even Zack said it himself, though. It doesn't matter what I want. I don't own the fucking rights to it. So instead of supporting everything that Zack does now, they're still holding on to false hope that Zack is going to come back and make the movie. By the time DC is done with the slate that they laid out, all of these actors you love so much that portray Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Superman, Batman, they have all moved on with their fucking careers. And by the time, say for example, they are done with the DC slate, all of the projects that James Gunn set to do, it's all now done and gone and finished. Even if they have Zack come back, he's gonna have to cast new people, because these people are probably not gonna come back because they're probably gonna be busy with all the other career things that they're doing. Maybe Ray Fisher will come back and play Cyborg. Because he hasn't been in anything notable in a while. Matter of fact, he was in Rebel Moon because of his relationship to Zack Snyder, but he hasn't been in anything major since. Ray Fisher will come back and do the fucking next Justice League 2 movie, sure. But the rest of them, Henry Cavill's not. Henry Cavill has so much going on right now. He's got Enola Holmes, the next Enola Holmes movie coming out. He's everyone's talking about this Warhammer project he's got going on. Henry Cavill's busy. Gal Gadot just was in fucking Snow White, which flopped. Sorry that they dragged her into it, but Gal Gadot's getting casted for a bunch of stuff. I mean, at this point, Ezra Miller is your best chance to get Ezra Miller back after all that shit that happened with Ezra Miller. But if you Snyder fans think for a second that these actors are going to come back, if you think Henry Cavill is going to come back in 5 or 10 years to play Superman, you're sorely mistaken. Not in a whole full feature film, maybe in a cameo at this point, but I highly doubt that because of how wrong he was done by The Rock. And yes, I say it was by The Rock, not DC. Not 100% DC's fault. Partially, but I also blame The Rock for that one. Okay? The Rock made a promise he did not keep. Y'all should be more mad at The Rock for giving y'all false fucking hope and giving Henry Cavill false hope that he was coming back as Superman. Right. The Rock did lie to him. But again, we're all fighting over cape shit. Now let me get to super chats. I'm so sorry. I said I was going to get to it. Terrence Martin for a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I'm watching Justice League on TNT right now, and I'm looking forward to Superman. As you should. If you're a DC fan, you should be looking forward to Superman. Let's give this new actor a chance. Let's give him a chance to disappoint y'all. Sarkovire for $5. Thank you. I got a way to contact you. I'll make an opening clip of or Rick shout out for your show sometime. Hold on, I gotta scroll down. Next week or so. Keep kicking ass. Also, Alf says hi. Thank you. I would have loved that. You would make my day. If you would do that, you would make my day. So these people are real DC fans. I've been reading DC comics for more than half a century, but I guess I'm not a real fan. No, Jillykins, if you are excited for James Gunn's new Superman, you're not a real DC fan. You are only a true DC fan if you appreciate and want Zack Snyder to come back and do Superman exclusively. Like Zack Snyder, you can't do anything else. You only need to focus on fucking Superman and DC. That's it. Zack Snyder is not allowed to make anything else but these projects. Okay? Let's bring up some more because, oh boy, I got some more. I got some more. All right, here we have this. I wish I still had the picture. I took it off of my overlay a long time ago, but this is similar to the creators of Sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix movement, right? These guys will have their third grader fucking poster board signs, right? Standing, I don't know where this dude's standing in front of, but look at here. Oh my God, why is this the handwriting too? Hashtag sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix. Hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix. With pictures of Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and Justice League. Okay? This is what these people do, thinking this is going to do anything. And this person, I read what their Twitter, they're basically like, oh my God, we're actually doing something. The only thing y'all are doing is making yourselves look like fucking fools. The only thing is, I will say, I know for a fucking fact, Zack Snyder and James Gunn both are aware of all y'all, your fucking movement, your fucking hashtags, and they just don't, they laugh at it. They legit fucking laugh at it. They think a lot of y'all are fucking nuts. They think a lot of y'all are fucking nuts. And you know how you can tell they think they're nuts? When has Zack Snyder ever made a post saying hashtag sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix? Because correct me if I'm wrong, those of you who were there for the release of Snyder Cut shit, Was Zack using those hashtags? When y'all were using those hashtags, was he resharing it? Was he retweeting it? Was he liking all the posts? Because I do believe back then, that movement, Zack was a little bit more paying attention and was definitely happy for that. But this one, not so much. Not so much. And James Gunn actually responded to this hashtag, y'all. He responded and he was just like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Basically, he said, and I remember, again, I don't have it because I'm not diving deep into looking back on it, but it's still on his, I think it might still be on his Twitter. I don't know. I heard that he has an automatic deletion on his tweets, but at one point, I'll have to look up the stream where I brought it up. James Gunn said in response to this, right? I had a talk with Zack Snyder, right? James Gunn had a talk with Zack Snyder about all of this shit. And Zack said, nah, I'm focused on Rebel Moon right now. He's like, it's your turn. You do what you got to do, James. We're friends. I look forward to seeing what you're going to do. You know who's definitely going to go see James Gunn's Superman Legacy? Zack fucking Snyder. Zack fucking Snyder. If Zack Snyder was so fucking pressed about what happened with him over at DC, Warner Brothers, he went to go see The Flash. He went to go support Ezra Miller. He went to go support Andy Muschietti. That's what Zack Snyder does. Zack Snyder is a creator, but one thing I will say is Zack respects other creators, other movie directors. He's not just somebody who's not going to go and watch a movie because James Gunn made it. James Gunn and his friends. That's all the more reason why Zack Snyder is going to go watch Superman Legacy. He wants to see James Gunn's version of Superman. But no, guys, don't forget, James Gunn and Zack Snyder aren't friends. You guys are having an active fucking culture war over two men who are fucking friends. It'd be one thing if James Gunn and Zack Snyder did not have a working relationship, let alone a friendship, but they do. They have a working and friendship. And y'all are over there trying to divide this fucking fandom for your own selfish fucking gain, because it's not in support of Zack Snyder, and it's not in support of James Gunn's. It's solely because y'all just want a reason to fucking bitch and moan on the internet. And how dare somebody who is sitting here watching this fucking dumpster fire ever call that out? Because I do want fans to be a little bit more united. I want y'all to stop fighting over irrelevant shit. I want you guys to stop being fucking nasty to each other for the sake of you want to be right about what you think is best for this fucking franchise. You don't. That's why your ass is on fucking YouTube. That's why you're not in the fucking entertainment industry. That's why you're a fucking clout-chasing grifter. I'd have more respect for these fucking people if they at least produce some of their fucking stories, so that we can sit there and tell them how shitty their stories are and how shitty their AI Superman and Batman look. But instead, y'all want to sit there and go on your fucking Twitters and go on fucking YouTube and talk about how your opinion is better than everybody's. Everyone has a right to opinion. All this shit is subjective. It's not objective. It is subjective. And the sooner you fucking people realize that, the more we can get back to enjoying shit instead of fucking hating everything. It's like there's no pleasing you people, and because there's no pleasing you people, you'd rather just be fucking miserable and hate everything that's not attached to something that you once fucking loved. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I love Smallville. Let's get Tom Wellings to come back and be Superman. He's still got the look. He can still pull it off, right? I'd want Tom Welling back. Let him play Superman. He never officially was Superman. He played Clark fucking Kent. He never got a chance to be Superman on the big screen. Well, my favorite Superman is Tom Welling. That's my favorite Superman. So I guess me liking Tom over Henry Cavill and any other Superman, my opinion means way more than y'all's. Hashtag release the Tom Welling verse. Y'all spend more time bitching and moaning about the fucking shit you don't like, but you're doing fuck all to do anything about it. That's why you want to sit there and talk about box office sales. Doesn't matter. You know what? Box office sales are bad because y'all would rather pirate the shit than give them money, which is fine. But at the same time, you're still using that as a way of shitting on something. You're no better than the fucking grifters y'all spend every fucking day crying and bitching and moaning about. Getting angry over two grown-ass men. Zack Snyder and fucking James Gunn are old as fuck. They've been in this industry for a lot longer. They know more about the inner workings of it. And even when they're telling you that this is why things can't happen, y'all like, fuck that noise. It's about what we, the fans, want. We want this. We want that. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? Y'all got that shit. The problem is you want to keep going. If you liked fucking Superman, you like Christopher Reeve's fucking Superman, you're never going to get a Superman like that again. Sorry, not sorry. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. I feel like I would like to see him play that role a few more times, but unfortunately, that's not what it is. But you know what? I love Henry Cavill so much as an actor. I will support Henry Cavill in anything that man fucking does. That's what a fan of these people are. Don't say you're a fan of Zack Snyder if you're not willing to support every fucking thing this man does. Because all you're doing is supporting what you want, what you feel. Fuck your feelings. The industry doesn't care about your fucking feelings. They care about your money. I've said this so many times. You want to impact change in the fucking industry? Stop giving them money. Affect their income, and then they'll start listening. But y'all can't even be fucking smart enough to do that. Instead, y'all just find a way to put money in your own pockets. Just at least keep it real. Just at least keep it real that that's what you're really doing, because you can't sit here and say you give a fuck about Zack Snyder. You can't sit here and tell me that these people give a fuck about what happened to Zack Snyder's daughter when they themselves have wished death on people, when they have told other people to off themselves. Meanwhile, hey, let's do charity and support AFSP. Because that shit has happened, and that's why I call these people out. That's why I call these people out. They don't give a fuck about morals. They don't stand on morals. They don't even stand on business. All they do, guys, is they stand on fucking streets with fucking little children made signs talking about something that's never gonna fucking happen. Y'all don't stand on business, but y'all stand on streets with fucking stupid poster boards with fucking bad writing and bad fucking imagery. That's the worst edited fucking man, this was worse than Skywalker the Jedi shit. And I'm not even trying to roast this dude, but I feel like he don't understand this man's part of a cult. Y'all want to talk about cults? This is what a cult is. Where's Beefy at? Oh, Beefy's phone's dead. This is what a fucking cult is. This is cult-like mentality. Now, going back to... And yes, y'all, I know I'm going hard on Zack Snyder fans, but as somebody in the past pointed out, I don't call James Gunn fans. Oh, I've called them out many times. Many fucking times. Many fucking times. I will say this to James Gunn fans. If y'all are acting like this, y'all are just as fucking bad as Zack Snyder fans, 100%. But I really like going at the Zack Snyder fans, because in fairness, they fucking took the first shots. They started it. They started it. Oh, wait, hold on. What are you talking about? Okay, here we go. They've raised a lot of money for ASP and saved lives. You know what's hilarious about that, though, Tony? The same people who did that also told other people to go kill themselves. Sorry, kind of missing the plot on this one. Just because you've done charity does not mean you're not a shitty person. Hey, guess what? I'm going to go out now and drown a bunch of puppies, and then I'm going to donate to animal shelters. Does that take away from what I did? No. Exactly. So no, you can miss me with that one. Because I know for a fact I've shown it before. I've shown death threats before. I've shown it before. These people want to talk about mental health awareness and shit like that. Meanwhile, they have no problem harassing people, stalking people, saying nasty, awful things about people. How's that for their mental health? How's that for their mental health? How's that for the mental health, Tony? How is Skywalker the Jedi and all those fucking goofy-ass motherfuckers over there affecting people's mental health while they're talking about how mental health matters and all this shit, while they're causing people who could potentially have mental health stuff to harm themselves because of the fucking harassment, because how dare they say that Zack Snyder's Justice League movies are over. I'm not saying the thing. There are bad people, and those are the people I call out. This is the problem. Anytime I do these streams, every fucking Snyder fan takes offense. If you're taking offense by what I'm saying, then you probably are the people I'm talking about. But if you know you're not that person, like Tony, do I think you're that kind of Snyder fan? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But let's not pretend that I haven't seen it. Don't pretend you haven't seen it. You just admitted it. You've called people out for doing that too. So you know what I'm saying is fucking true. But a lot of these leaders that you're defending right now, have definitely partaked and encouraged a lot of this shit. I've shown it before. I will unprivate all those streams and make a playlist so you can go and do your research. They 100% have done this shit. Necron called James Gunn a faggot. Yeah, I said it. Because he did say that. See how it hits? Nobody likes to hear that word. It makes people uncomfortable. Yeah, he called James Gunn that on a live stream because of James Gunn's taste of music and Peacemaker. Which, by the way, I'm excited. You know, they called James Gunn a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I hear what you're saying. Listen, if you like Skywalker the Jedi, go like Skywalker Jedi. I'm not stopping you. But I'm going to call it out. Here's another thing that those people did, Tony, that you might not remember, because I do. I did a whole stream about it. Okay? They took Zack Snyder's deceased daughter, put her on the thumbnail of a live stream, and the title was Why We Fight, or Why We Do This, right? Right? Why We Do This. And in that stream, it was members only. They monetized Zack Snyder's deceased daughter. Not only did they monetize Zack Snyder's deceased daughter, during that stream, they took that as an opportunity to clown and shit on myself and a bunch of people who were calling them out. Does that seem like a good time to do a stream, to use that to talk shit? You say, wasn't that still Abdul? Who was on that stream, though, with them? Tony? Who was on those streams with him? All the time. Skywalker the Jedi, Zod, Necron, all those guys were all on those streams. And of course he's a turncoat. What the fuck do you think we were going at Syl for, Tony? Why do you think we were calling Syl out? Because we knew he was going to do that shit. We warned y'all he was going to do that shit. But because you guys were so fucking pressed, not you, Tony, but because all you guys were so fucking pressed at the shit we were saying about Syl, and y'all wanted to defend that man. You fought for his honor, and guess what? He had none. I don't feel sorry for y'all at all, because we warned you about Syl Abdul. I warned you about Syl Abdul. We all tried to tell you, you didn't want to listen. Not our fault. You got bit in the fucking ass. You lay in bed with snakes, you tend to get bit. Yeah? Well, again, we warned you. We warned you. You know why he changed after Mikey died? May he rest in peace. Do you know why he changed? Because he lost. He lost the only reason why people were tuning into his show in the first place. He had nothing anymore. He had nothing anymore. And we called that out too. We called that out too. The moment that Mikey Sutton passed away, may he rest in peace, still had nothing anymore. So he had to go and find a new grift because he couldn't grift off of Mikey Sutton anymore. Mikey Sutton was unfortunately tragically lost. Mikey Sutton was warned about Syl. Okay? But we were the bad guys. We were painted as the bad guys for calling out Syl Abdul because it started with calling out Syl. Then, because Skywalker and all those fucking idiots wanted to defend him against us, that's when they started coming at us hard. And that's when I realized they're just as bad. So trust me, I'm what I'm saying, Tony, you can agree or disagree, but the fact still remains. The fact still remains. Y'all were warned about Sil a long time ago, but y'all didn't want to hear it from us because you fucking got all of those guys labeled us Zack Snyder haters. I have never once said I did not like Zack Snyder's work. I have never said I didn't like Zack Snyder. I've always only went after those fucking toxic fans. That is all I ever did, was go after the toxic fans. And then because I said Zack Snyder fans, everyone assumed I was grouping everyone together. Well, that sounds like a y'all problem. If you took it that way, that's your problem, because I'm not specifically saying all the fans are bad. I have friends till this day that are very much still supporting release the Snyderverse, and I don't call them out. You know why? Because they're not out there being fuckheads and shitting on everybody and everything that comes out that's not related to fucking Zack Snyder. But those guys, Tony, the ones you're over here trying to say that they're good people, how good of it is anything I said that they did? Do you think it was good for them to hop on a stream dedicated to Zack Snyder's dead daughter to shit on people that they didn't like? See, Tony, this is what I'm saying. Misinformation. You're only hearing one side of the story. Here's the other side of the story. Here's the other side of the story. Okay? You want the truth? Here, story time. Here's the truth. They mostly had beef with RJ and Jarbo because they wouldn't stop talking about them or attacking them. Their words, not mine, because they all wanted to do is talk about scoops and hope for the Snyder stuff. Okay, here's the truth. Here's the truth. Okay? Once upon a time, guys, get your popcorn ready. Once upon a time. Okay, everyone was fine talking about the Zack Snyder stuff, right? We were all fine talking about it on the panel. Skywalker was on the panel with me and everybody else, RJ, Matt Jarbo. We were all just having discussions about Zack Snyder, release the Snyder cut, and all that good shit, right? Okay, cool. All right. Sil wanted to do a hashtag Us United. He really was trying to get all these people together, including Matt Jarbo, right? Everybody come together so we can be a united front. That was not happening. Why? Because too many people were kind of just like at the point where they just wanted to say, hey, you know, it's over. You know, we're not going to get it. You know, it's sad, but like, it's definitely not going to happen. DC's not going to budge. They're not going to bring Zack back. And in the beginning, it was a civilized conversation. Okay? It was a civilized conversation. Now, I remember this specifically. I had no issues with Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi had issues because I said, it's not going to happen. I think we all should just move on. And you can visibly see this man getting angry at what I said. Why are you getting angry? I just gave an opinion. Now you getting angry and you getting all huffy and fucking puffy. Okay? Matt Jarbo and RJ were still cool with Sil in that group of people. Right? RJ was a member of Sil's channel. And all RJ did was ask questions in the beginning. Now, after the fact, did RJ and Matt go a little hard on them? 100%. But it was always in response to the shit they were fucking responding to us. If we said the Zack Snyder shit was over, they were fucking losing their minds. They were losing their minds, Tony. They were coming at us. You guys don't know. You guys are fucking Zack Snyder haters. They labeled us Zack Snyder haters because of that opinion, Tony. That's what started it. So, of course, if they're going to talk shit, we talk shit right back. But don't for a second say that we shot the first shot, that Matt Jarbo and RJ shot first. They never shot first. They never shot first. Those guys took the first shot. We just fired back. Oh, here's another thing. Again, this is Tony. You're cool. I appreciate you, but misinformation. I did that. They tried to cancel me because I was given a job. I was asked to mod that stream because a lot of people who we knew were going to show up in that stream to talk to Zack Snyder, to push that hashtag, were going to be there. And these are people who said nasty, vile things about the Nerd Queens. Okay, they said nasty and vile things about the Nerd Queens because they were mad that the Nerd Queens had a relationship with Zack Snyder that they felt they didn't deserve because other people who were part of the Zack Snyder movement deserved it better. That was the issue that these people had. And they had said on streams vile things. They called them witches. They called them fat. They called one of the girls Uncle fucking Fester. They were very mean to these girls, and these girls didn't even do shit other than have a relationship with Zack Snyder. That Zack chose to have a relationship with these women. Okay? So I was tasked to be a moderator because I knew these people because I was following all this drama, right? So I was asked to moderate that stream. And I asked them, what would you like me to look for? Like, do you want me to ban the people using the hashtag or whatever? They said, no, that's fine. But if they're spamming it in the chat, then yes, remove them. And that's exactly what I did, is I only banned people who were spamming in the chat. And that got misconstrued by the same fucking grifting ass fucks to use what happened to try to get sympathy and get more people to be outraged and really start pushing their hashtag. That's what happened. They tried to cancel me over that, Tony. They were literally tagging Zack Snyder in post after post. And this is when my username was Saggy fucking Melons. And I laughed my ass off thinking, man, can you imagine what Zack Snyder's thinking seeing Saggy Melons being tagged? He must be looking at these people like, why are you guys trying to get me to look at saggy titties? I am a happily married man. Okay? This is what these people do, Tony. They twist everything. They twist it. No, that didn't happen. That never happened. The super chats are still there on the page till this day, Tony. No one's super chats got deleted. That was the bullshit they were fucking peddling. That was the bullshit they were peddling to get people to be mad at the Nerd Queens and turn on them. That it was the whole point of that situation. I was given a job. I only banned people who were spamming, and that's it. I never banned a super chat. None of the mods banned a super chat. All those super chats were still up there till this day. You could go on that fucking stream and rewatch it and see everyone's super chat was there on the screen. You could see them as they go through. No one hid or timed out anyone who gave a super chat. That was bullshit. That was bullshit. And I proved that too. And none of them redacted it, even with the proof. That's why I'm telling you, these people are not good people. They lied to all of you about that situation. And because all of these people already know I have a negative fucking thought on a lot of Zack Snyder fans, no one was going to listen to the truth coming from me. His super chat was never deleted. Never deleted because Zod never spammed in the chat. Zod was never deleted. I used to be friends with Zod. I'm petty, but I'm not that petty. I never timed out Zod. I never deleted it, and he fucking lied about it. No one's super chats were ever. It's still on it's still on the channel. Hold on, I'll go to it right now. It's still there. No, none of their super chats were gone, Tony. No one's super chats were timed out. They fucking lied. They fucking lied. And this is why I've been telling everybody they're fucking liars. Hold on. Hold on, I'm getting it up right now. I'm getting the stream up right now. Let me find it. Give me a second. I'm looking through it now. I gotta see where he sent the super chat. Give me a second. Because like there was a lot of super chats. So you gotta give me a second. It's been 2 years. This came out 2 years ago. So I have to go back and find it. And I don't remember how much he gave, but I never deleted it. No one's super chats were deleted. So I'm looking for it now. Give me a second. Damn, this really was 2 years ago, and we're still talking about it. The people are still pushing that lie. That's the funny thing, that people are still pushing the fucking lie. Like, how are you still 2 years later still pushing a lie when the evidence is still on the fucking channel? That blows my mind. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Maybe, hold on. Because I'm like, I'm looking for it, but I'm not seeing it. But I also have them blocked. So I didn't have them blocked then. Because I unblocked them all when I got mod. And I reblocked them. But super chat still should show. All right, I might have to switch to a different account so I can see it, because I'm not seeing any of the people who I have blocked show up even in the chat because I have them hidden on this account. So give me a second just to prove it, because I know it's still there. Because when I covered this, I didn't have Zod blocked at the time I covered it. So let me switch accounts real quick. We'll do my AI music channel because that has literally nobody blocked on it. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I want the information out there, man. I want the information out there because I'm tired of people fucking bringing that shit up and ignoring the facts. That shit's starting to piss me off. Like that shit didn't happen. Like it never fucking happened. And you know what's funny is the nerd queens can prove it too, because they can go back to this stream and see all the super chats that they got. And who sent them. Oh my God. I don't even know where he sent it. I'll find it though. I will definitely find it. I'm dedicated now. Well, I'm seeing like a lot of names of people that I'm just like, I wonder what happened to some of these people. There it is. There it is. I found it. Right here. Found it. No, that's not true. That's not true. That is not true at all. I already told you. Me and RJ, I'll explain that story. I'll go back to that. Ask me questions. Go ahead. I love this. I found it though. Here. If Zod's comment, and Zod was the one who said that his comment was deleted, right? If we delete it, who's that right there? Who's that right there? Who's that right there? Till this day, Zod Riders, if Zod Riders super chat was deleted, it would not be there right now. Till this day, that was still up there. Let me see if I can go find where it was, right? Right there it is, right there in the chat. Let's go back a couple seconds. Right? Right there in the chat. Right? And right underneath that super chat, right? Right underneath that super chat. That's my other channel. Right there. That's me. Deadpool. That's me. Right? I changed the channel's name, but that's me. That was a channel that they wrenched. They gave my other channel a wrench, right? Because I didn't have them banned on that channel. Now I remember. That's my other channel, Deadpool, right? It was Saggy Melons Gaming. I told them to wrench that channel because I didn't have any of these guys banned on that channel so I could see them in the chat because I wasn't trying to unban them on my channel, right? So they wrenched me on this one. Look whose chat's under that, right? Right? Now, if that comment was deleted by me, right? You wouldn't see it here now. But they told you guys we deleted their super chats, right? Look at Bat Channel still talking for, right? See right here, Saggy Melons Gaming, because that was my old account name before I changed it to Deadpool. All right? I'm just engaging the chat, right? Engaging the chat. His comment, still there. No one's super chat was deleted. They fucking lied to you. And the thing is, they knew it was a lie, but they still said it. Okay, but here's the thing. No one said that they were going to read the super chats, by the way. It was for charity. It was for charity. But like I said, they lied to you. Now, are you going to sit here now, Tony, after I'm telling you and showing you, right? Because you brought it up. They said that the Nerd Queens deleted super chats. No, number one, they never accused the Nerd Queens of deleting the super chats. They accused the Nerd Queens of modding a toxic Snyder person, me, of doing it, right? And I never did it. 2 years later, that is still on the screen. 2 years later, they fucking lied to you. And Tony, they knew they lied. They knew they lied because they knew it never happened because it didn't. Who? Neon what? I guarantee you his thing is still there. I don't even remember him super chatting, by the way. So I feel like maybe he's bullshitting, but I'll look for it because no one's super chats were deleted. No one's super chats were deleted. Why would I do that? Like I said, I'm petty, but I'm not that fucking petty. And it was for charity. Why would I do that? But I'll see if his, you know what, he might have got timed out if he was spamming. I can't confirm or deny that because I don't remember, because a lot of people did get timed out for spamming. So that could have happened, but I never did it on no super chat. He might have got timed out for spamming. Zod Rider wasn't spamming. He never got timed out, but he claimed he was. So here's my thing, right? My thing to you, Tony, is I just proved to you that one of them lied, and I'm telling you, all those guys are liars. They've been lying about everything that you've been bringing up, right? So why won't you just trust me when I say they're lying to you? Because I've already proved that Zod Rider was the first one who said that he had his super chat got deleted. That never happened. And he knew it didn't happen, and he still said it. He still said it. So why are you not believing me when I'm telling you I never did? But why lie? Because they wanted to paint people as bad people. Tony, I just told you why they lied. I told you they lied because they wanted to make the Nerd Queens look like shitty people to Zack Snyder. That's why they did it. I'm dead serious. That is exactly why they did it. Because I'm the one who was timing some people out for spamming, and it had no prejudice behind it. That's not true. That is not true, Tony. They were fucking spamming. I asked them. I said, do you guys want me to time out or ban any of those people who come in here and post that? And the girls said no. They said, no, don't do that. If they're spamming it, then you can do that. And he was fucking spamming it. He's fucking lying. Because the funny thing is, Tony, I wasn't even the one that timed Necron out. It was one of the other mods. That's the funny thing. I didn't even time out those people. It was the other fucking mods who did it. So if they are telling you that, that is a fucking lie. I remember that. And I even did a whole stream about it, freshly after this stream happened so that nothing could get removed, right? I literally showed a stream and proved this. And they are, till this day, still pushing that narrative. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you. This is why I went after them. They're fucking liars. They're fucking liars. And to answer this question, is it true that you and RJ coordinate a space with Film Junkie, Grace Randolph to go, and Grace Randolph to go at Sil? I remember watching old Skywalker streams and nobody understood why so many people showed up for that. That is incorrect. Me and RJ did a spaces because Sil and Mikey Sutton especially were getting called out by James Gunn and other people in the industry for the scoops that they were coming out with, where these directors and these other people were saying that shit was not true. And it was also around the time when they were pushing the Cell movement thing, where some people, one of the people who worked directly with Zack Snyder came out and said that that's not possible, right? So I was the one who said, RJ, boot up a fucking Twitter Spaces so we can talk about this on the Twitter Spaces. Film Junkie had nothing to do with it. Grace Randolph had nothing to do with it. Grace Randolph wasn't even fucking there. Film Junkie came in and he listened. He never talked. He listened. It was just me and RJ, for the most part, talking, and a few other people we knew. Matt Jarbo came and talked, and then Sil came in to defend himself, where they thought that oh my God, Sil owned all those people. He really didn't. He just said the same bullshit that everyone still to this day is like, you're still full of shit, right? That never happened. There was no fucking coordination. That's why I say they lied to you. How would they know? Let me ask you this, Tony. How would they know? Because I told RJ to boot up a live stream. They said you bragged about blocking people for off the stream on Twitter that night. No, that's also not true. That never happened. We wanted them to come in there. Now, here's the thing. I had some people blocked. I had over 1,000 Zack Snyder fans blocked on Twitter because I was tired of seeing the fucking hashtag. So I started blocking all the really nasty people. So if I was a host of a Twitter space, right? They weren't able to listen. If that's what they're talking about, but we never blocked people specifically from doing that. Okay? So that is a lie. No one blocked anyone, and nobody bragged about it. We did it because we wanted them to come in and listen. 100%. We wanted them to come and listen. So again, and my question, Tony, is how would they know that? What are their sources for that? Oh, they always talk about sources. What were their sources for knowing that me and RJ coordinated something? It's conspiracy theories, Tony. That's what they run off of, is conspiracy theories. Zod is a proud conspiracy theorist. Okay? That's all they had was conspiracy theories. Just like at the time, they thought that RJ and myself were getting paid by James Gunn. That is not fucking true, and they have no proof of that. But they will say it like it's a fact. They will tell their audience that me and RJ were getting paid by James Gunn to support him. And that's not true either. James Gunn has not once ever on Twitter acknowledged anything I commented about any of his posts. Okay? He has done that with RJ, but James Gunn has done that with a lot of people. If you look at James Gunn's Twitter page, he does respond to some of the people. Now, maybe because at this point, he has been familiar with RJ and has seen RJ post a lot on his page, because RJ be doing that. Maybe now James Gunn may pay more attention to RJ because he has had interactions with RJ. So maybe he feels like RJ is one of those fans that he can have a civilized conversation with and realize that RJ isn't as fucking crazy as a lot of these fucking fans are. That could be possible. But when you have these guys basically putting out there for their fucking audience and the entire fucking Zack Snyder fandom that myself or anyone else that has issues with them is getting paid by James Gunn, is fucking psycho. It's fucking psychotic. And they don't care that they are knowingly pushing false bullshit to people who are going to listen and believe. That's why I get pissed. That's why I call these people out. Because they're fucking lying to these people to their fucking faces. And everyone is just sitting there and believing them and saying, well, you sound crazy. Yes, the fuck I do. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like it when people say shit about me that's not fucking true. Prove it. Show a receipt. I showed receipts just now. Did I not show a receipt that not only did Zod write a lie about a super chat being removed from a fucking stream 2 years old that's still there till this day? Did he lie about that? Yes. Did he knowingly lie about it? 100%. Because it never fucking happened. I don't like people lying about fucking shit, especially shit that's easily proven and nobody wants to fucking look. That's the crazy part. At what point did any of you guys ask for proof? Right? These guys are saying my super chat was deleted. Did you guys ever ask these people to show you proof that that happened? Notice how they never went back to that stream to show you that the thing was deleted, right? Not even going back to say, look, it's not there. Look at all these super chats. Where's mine? They never did that. Gee, I wonder why. It's because it's almost like they knew that if they did that, you would see that that big pink $50 donation that Zod Rider put on that stream that's still there till this day. It's almost like they knew if they showed you that stream and went through the fucking chat and saw Zod Rider's name pop up saying he donated $50 that it would have been exposed that they were full of fucking shit. But because they already painted me as a fucking monster of the fucking fandom, stomping around, calling people out and being toxic, no one gave a fuck about what the truth was. They did that because they wanted to make the nerd queens look bad. And that's exactly what they tried to do. And guess what? It didn't fucking work. Because Zack Snyder's not a fucking moron. My thoughts on RJ being a scooper for Superman movie now, I have no thoughts. I don't even fuck with RJ no more. RJ gonna do what RJ gonna do. Don't care. Not surprised, but don't care. I think scoopers are a lot of the reasons why all the fucking fans get all up their panties in a knot. I think people might have gotten caught up in their feelings, which is a shame. It sucks that a lot of misinformation was spread. Yes. But that's the problem. They didn't care. It's not about them being caught up in their fucking feelings. They just didn't care. They have no feelings, Tony. They have no feelings. And this all stemmed from us just saying, we don't think Zack's going to come back and release the Snyderverse. I think it's time that we all move on as fans and just support what Zack Snyder is doing now. That's what it stemmed from. And that's why I go in on these guys. Because not only are they completely comfortable and fine with perpetuating lies on the internet about fucking things that are factually untrue and easily disproven, right? But they do it with the sole intention of manipulating the fucking fandom into fucking supporting them. Not Zack, supporting them. It's about them. If you think them doing those charity streams was about AFSP, you are sorely mistaken. All of that was for optics to make it seem like they are not fucking scumbags. Because they 100% said nasty and vile things about people, to people. They said nasty and vile things on stream. And I know for a fact, I've seen people in the chat, they have wished us to fucking die. 100%. I've covered it in my old streams. They have. That shit is out there. It's been out there, but everyone chose to ignore it. You know why? Because they fucking agree with them. If we dropped off the face of the planet tomorrow, these guys would throw a fucking parade. If I killed myself tomorrow, these dudes would fucking cheer. They do not care as much about AFSP as they want you to think they do. Because they definitely want us to end our fucking lives and make it so much easier for them so they don't have to hear from us anymore. That's all I'm saying. And again, I get you, Tony, but you have been very grossly misinformed about a lot of reasons why we did what we did and why I'm covering this now and my feelings about a lot of these people. And they will straight up lie to you if you ask them. They won't ever tell you the truth because that means they have to admit that I'm right about all the fucked up shit they have said and done. Speaking of RJ, you know that they found RJ on Facebook. And they started saying his name in public spaces, basically trying to dox him, basically clowning on him because they found out who he was. And they would make jokes talking about his real name. Oh, we know your real name. We know your real name. And then they wonder why it escalated and got nasty. We didn't start it. I'll just say that. We didn't start it. Are we just as guilty as them 100%? But the difference is I can own how toxic I am. And have been when it comes to these people 100%. They'll never admit it. They will never admit it. Man of Time says, or Man O's Time says, I don't think he talks to Gunn directly, but he did say he knows people that worked on the movie, so who knows? I have too. Fun fact, y'all. I was told what the DC slate was going to be a week before the DC slate was dropped. And it was a legit source, and it was correct, right? Now, I'm not a scooper. So, obviously, I wasn't going to say anything about it because I was just, somebody who knew, reached out to me, knew I was covering, Zack Snyder, toxic fans and shit, and was like, hey, you want to see the DC slate? I was like, sure. Showed me the DC slate, and I was like, oh, shit, that's interesting. So I saw it before it went public. Some people that we have associated with are in the know, right? But it's possible that that's what it is. I don't think he is getting his stuff directly from James Gunn, but it is possible that some people that we have associated with that I know for a fact are in that industry and have those accesses as a source. I know for a fact that there are people that RJ probably talks to that are giving him this information. So no, RJ never did that. That was actually somebody else. That was somebody else. And also, I don't believe, if I remember correctly, I've been on many panels with RJ and Matt Jarbo. I've never heard them say his real name. Actually, even to this day, I don't even know what his real name is, and I don't care to. Just putting that out there. I don't care what Skywalker the Jedi's real name is. And even if I knew, I would never say it publicly, even if I did know. Because his real name means nothing to me. Why would I need to know his real name? No, unfortunately, at one point, I thought that at some point we all could have come together as fans of something and enjoyed it and just, supported Zack Snyder and DC or whatever. But no, that time has passed. And it's mostly because these Zack Snyder fans can't let shit go, which now we've accumulated a James Gunn cult and they can't let it go. So now we have them versus us type mentality. Now, for me personally, I don't give a fuck. I care about the shit I care about. I don't need to share that opinion with anybody anymore because it just involves, it just results to a bunch of people fucking fighting over shit. I'm not here to fight about shit I'm excited to see. Am I excited to see Superman Legacy? Not really. Not because I don't think it looks good. It's just I'm over the Superman hype. That's personally for me. I'm over Superman. I might see it in theaters. Who knows? If somebody wants to go with me, I'll go with them, but I'm not going out of my way to go see Superman Legacy. No offense. I'm not saying it doesn't look good. I just don't care enough anymore. I'm kind of over the superhero crave. I'm over it. So personally, I don't care. Where I land on this situation is flat in the middle. I'm an individual, independent person. I like what I like. I'm going to support what I want to support. I don't care who directs it at this point. As long as we ain't out there being a director, being a Harvey Weinstein, we're fucking good. But overall, I just like what I like. Only reason why, the drama. I'm a drama channel. I'm going to call it the drama. And I'm going to say, for everyone listening, y'all can be mad at me all you want. Fucking Skid Marker and all those fucking clowns can come at me. They've been doing it. And I still am here standing tall. I'm not worried about them. But I will call them out 100% and remind people that these are the type of people you're supporting. These are people you're giving your money to. You're not giving the money to Zack Snyder for Zack Snyder to come back and do anything. You're giving it to Skywalker the Jedi, who's never going to come out with a fucking DC movie in his life. Listen, I was on Twitter looking for stuff to bring up for this stream, and I was immediately reminded why I'm so glad I don't use Twitter. I only have a Twitter account just so that I can see certain things, right? On social media, on Twitter, if I'm covering a story. But I'm not active on Twitter. I will never be active on Twitter again. It's a fucking cesspool of a bunch of grown-ass fucking adults arguing over fucking stupid-ass fucking little kid shit, in my opinion. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not going to argue over, oh my God, you guys are being so harsh on fucking Superman. You guys need to really support Superman and all this stuff. No, I'm not doing that no more. I used to do that because I was like, this is fucking dumb, and I am going to call people out, but I don't care. I'm just calling out the fucking grifting bullshit that comes with this fucking stupid-ass culture. But you know what I will do? Speaking of Skywalker the Jedi, I forgot one thing. Skywalker the Jedi's take on the new Superman trailer. Henry Cavill's Superman is still king. James Gunn is changing diapers. Channel refresh is almost complete, blah, 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 blah. So I want to react to Skywalker because I always love hearing Skywalker's very big brain takes on everything involving this because he is so far or at least wants to be so far up Zack Snyder's asshole, he's literally starting to look more and more like a turd. But here's Skywalker the Jedi talking about his thoughts on the Superman Legacy trailer. Because, you know, let's hear what his take is, guys.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Skywalker Jedi. Tapping in with y'all real quick. Just wanted to let the people know, man, what's going on real quick over here on the X/Twitter world. Right? As y'all know, we getting ready to go full time with this content stuff. And been hard at work, you know, getting stuff prepared, soundproof and stuff, putting up signs and lights and all kind of shit. Anyway, y'all know I had to tap in because this Superman trailer dropped today, and it's something that I want to discuss with you guys real quick. Because I've kind of noticed this happening, and I want to go ahead and let you guys know what's gonna happen in the coming weeks. Because as you guys know, it's part of
the least this man could do is shut his fucking window, bro. The least he could do is shut his fucking window so you can't hear the air in the background. Like, this is somebody who's trying to become a professional. Yes, I'm eating a cupcake right now. Excuse me, I had a cupcake in my mouth. He's trying to be a professional YouTuber. This man can't even shut his fucking window so you can hear the fuck he's saying.
My job, you know what I'm saying, to kind of let y'all in on what's going to be happening. So, as we're getting closer and closer to the Superman movie coming out, what you're about to do is you're about to see all these content creators that have been praising Zack Snyder's work and trying to campaign for his stuff all this time, that have been moving kind of in like these like weird directions and stuff. You're gonna start seeing them
in a quarter mile,
slowly but surely start
lanes to take the I-710 north ramp to Pasadena.
Kind of hinting towards them wanting to see or being interested in this new Superman movie, right?
Use the
Even
left
though
2 lanes to take the I-710 north.
We all know that trailer was ass. I see why they kept David Cornsweat's mouth shut. He seems whiny, complaining. This movie seems like a damn CW show. It really comes off like a fucking TV show. It absolutely does. And you know, its fate is gonna be its fate. But you guys are gonna continue to see these prominent accounts start moving in this weird direction and trying to, you know, inch you guys closer and closer over to the James Gunn DC stuff. I'm seeing people talking about randomly fucking deleting their accounts, seeing like all these people that have, you know, oh my god, this trailer actually looks good, you know, right?
The gatekeeping. For me, it's the gatekeeping. This is what I'm saying. Oh, wait, he quit his job to be a full-time YouTuber? No way. No way. No way. How many subs does he have now? No. No. Hold on. No. Yo, this man has... this man is almost the same size as me. His no, his video, his streams and videos get like 700 views. 2 months ago, his video got 700 views. Excuse me, I'm choking. His last live stream, he streamed 10 days ago, getting 127 views. 2 weeks ago, 971. Zack Snyder Hour global, Zack Snyder's Justice League global phenomenon, plus a huge announcement. Bloodsucker Sinners dominated box office, 293. His biggest stream he did, Dumpster Fire, The Great Gunn Conspiracy Part 2, got 2.2k views. Listen, looking at these numbers now, oh, honey, you should not be quitting your job. You should not be quitting your job. You should not be quitting your job to be a full-time YouTuber at less than 3,000 subscribers. As somebody, I mean, I used to pull those numbers, not gonna lie, I used to pull those numbers, right? And I'm telling you, the money ain't there. The money ain't there. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you, and he's living in isn't he living in California? Ain't no way you're living on YouTube with the couple bucks. No. Oh, that's wild. Oh man. No, that's what I'm saying, Tony. This is the problem I have with these guys, is that they think that their word is law, right? They're the leaders of this fandom. So they feel like they have every right to say, oh, you guys over here, you support Zack Snyder, all of a sudden you're supporting Gunn, you're traitors. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, in Sil Abdul's situation, 100%, that man turned his tail and ran to whatever was going to keep him relevant, making money. I understand why they felt that type of way. I'll give Skywalker and all those guys one credit. They've always been consistent. They've always been consistent. You know what I'm saying? Skywalker has always been consistent with the James Gunn hate. He's always been consistent with his love for Zack Snyder shit. I will give him that. But he was warned, just like everybody else is warned about that situation. So trust me, when I had heard that happened, nobody on this end was fucking surprised. We literally said, we told you so. We told you it was going to happen. Y'all wanted to ignore us and call us haters and whatever the fuck betas. You guys wanted to say that, but we were right. We were right. Sorry, not sorry. You were warned and you didn't heed the warning. Not our fault. You were betrayed by somebody we told you was going to do that. Because he betrayed all of us. And whatever reasons he gave them why we don't fuck around anymore is probably bullshit. Which is why we called Sil out a lot. Because he was full of shit. And we fucking told you he was full of shit, and y'all didn't want to listen, and you didn't want to believe us because you were too busy being mad that we were not supporting the Zack Snyder Justice League shit. That we were not supporting the Snyderverse anymore. That's why y'all got pressed. And instead of thinking logically and actually listen to what we were telling you about Sil, y'all were too busy fighting his battle for him, white knighting for that man, only to find out that as soon as Mikey Sutton passed away again, may he rest in peace, he turned quick. He had nothing no more. And that should tell you all you needed to know about fucking Sil. Because like Tony said in the chat earlier, the moment Mikey Sutton passed away, shortly after that, he tried to, I won't even say he tried to milk it, because I do think that he generally did have a relationship with Mikey, so I'm not going to be mean and cruel and petty and say that. But as soon as the mourning was done for Mikey Sutton, he had nothing. He had nothing anymore. Only option he did have was to go to where the wind was blowing, and that's support DC and support what James Gunn was doing in hopes that he could get somebody else on the other side, because he had nobody on Zack Snyder's side that had that fucking influence to keep y'all entertained. So he jumped ship. Sucks to suck, doesn't it? But yeah, we have, like I said, these guys, like I told you, they will crucify you for liking anything coming out of James Gunn.
Ass. It's like unbiased.
Unbiased is definitely factually untrue.
Like, I got prepared, got my mind right. I was like, yo, I'm about to watch this trailer and, like, you know, really give it its just due. This movie looks ass. And they knew. Everybody know it. And I'm going to...
See, that's what I'm saying right there. Everybody know it. No, bro. People like what they like and they don't. Skywalker, you have every right to not like this movie and say it's ass. I'm not saying you're wrong. You have every right to feel that way and think that way. But for you to say that fucking sentence is fucking crazy. Everybody knows ass. No, everybody doesn't. There are people who like it. Why can't people like something that you don't, Skywalker? Why do you have to keep perpetuating this bullshit? You keep trying to push this fucking narrative and you wonder why I call your ass out. You are not the sole fucking end judge. You're not the jury. You're not the judge. You're not the executioner of all things DC fucking related. You have a right to an opinion, sure, but when you say shit like everybody knows it, no, not everybody knows it. Because if that's the case, why are people saying that they like it? Why are you saying that there are people saying they like it and then saying that they're lying? Now you get to dictate what people like and what people don't like. That's where we're at now. You're the fucking sole judgment on what people should and shouldn't like. No, you're fucking not. That's why your dumb ass ain't gonna make a living on YouTube. You should have kept your damn job or at least went to part-time, because you definitely not making a living off of YouTube. Trust me, I know my numbers. I know when my numbers were as good as what what we watch. I was getting 1,000 views on certain streams and shit, couple hundred here and there. You are making on average maybe at most maybe $800 a month. That's being generous. I don't know what he's doing in super chats, but he could. If people are giving hundreds and hundreds of dollars a stream, I'll believe it. But let's take a look. Let's take a look. Hold on. Let me go. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see. Damn, he ain't even ranked. He's a C grade. All right. So let's take a look at the earnings just from the video, right? Because this is what I'm saying. If he's getting money in super chats, that's one thing. Okay? If he's making money if he's making a lot of money in super chats, which was what a lot of us small content creators, most of our money comes from y'all's direct pockets. But let's talk about what he's making on YouTube alone. An estimate. This is just an estimate, so it's not 100% accurate, but this is just an estimate. And this is what I'm saying. It's along the same lines of what I make, right? So even though it's not 100% accurate, he is making up to at most $393 a month. Okay? Views for the last 30 days, 2.3K. All right? To make a substantial, like something you can sustain on, income, you have to at least, first of all, if you're a 10K channel, you be making do good. If you're getting like 10K views per video, you're doing okay. It is possible for you, depending on where you live, to stretch that money. But first of all, this man lives in California. It's very expensive to live, and he's averaging $393 just from his videos alone a month. Okay? If he's making more in super chats, that's one thing. But right now, him trying to quit his job to be a full-time YouTuber means that he has to at least be making enough money on his channel to basically quit his job. He's got to be making at least enough that he was making at his job now, and I guarantee you he's not. So, like, good for you. I'm glad you're pursuing your dreams, but I see him getting back to work in another month. Just saying. Just saying. They chose not to look at viewership numbers or at trends. Yeah. I think him doing that is a bad move, and I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be mean. I think that he shouldn't have done that, because it's not gonna be what he thinks, and he's gonna look really stupid when he gets that paycheck on the 21st, and it's not as much as he's really thinking it is gonna be. But hey, power to him.
I'm gonna have a great time watching back and seeing what the hell happens with this movie. But anyway, yeah, I may or may not try to get some videos out before I'm done with this whole PC thing. I'm still waiting on my graphics card. I did not know what the fucking market for graphics cards was like. It's a really cutthroat business, man. This has been the craziest thing. Like, it's the craziest purchase that I've ever had to make. This has been the hardest purchase, the hardest thing to actually get in my hands that I've ever had to make. Like, this is ridiculous for me to have spent the money and Ben had the money and just can't seem to get this shit here on time. It's wild. But anyway, yeah, man, very exciting times ahead. We're going to be back very soon with some discussions. That Superman trailer was so ass, man. Unoriginal,
But if it was Zack Snyder, it would be undisputed that it was amazing. You see what I'm saying? This is why I have an issue. I don't care if people like James Gunn's Superman Legacy trailer or not. You guys have every right to shit on it just as much as everyone has a right to like it. Just don't tell people that, oh, you know that shit's trash, but they like it. People like what they like. Some people like trash, and to them it's gold. Who cares? If I was Zack Snyder, I'd have a restraining order against these unstable weirdos, this unstable widow. His obsession is honestly, I think he's dangerous. I'm telling you, one of these days, I called it many years ago. One of these days is gonna get to a point where somebody is gonna get hurt over this bullshit. Superman looks fine. No, it doesn't. Anzo, you know why? Because Skywalker the Jedi said so. He said it's ass, so you all have to think it's ass. Literally what he said. You think it looks like shit, so I guess everybody has to now think it looks like shit. Y'all know it's ass. Y'all know it's a shit movie. That's what he's saying. Y'all know it's not true. Y'all are just fucking fluffing James Gunn. That's what he wants you to think. That's what he's telling people. That's what we just watched. And now I know they're going to catch wind of this because every time I talk about these fucking fools, somebody goes back and dry snitches on me, right? Somebody goes back and dry snitches to start some shit. Bring it on. Now they're going to say, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Why does she keep talking about this? She's just jealous because I could quit my job and work for full time and she can't. I know exactly what they're going to say. They're predictable as fuck. And like I said, I just proved in this stream that they do nothing but fucking lie, right? Because people still bringing up shit that is a fucking lie. People still bringing up shit that's a lie. Thank you, Tony, for bringing it up, but that shit was all fucking not true. That shit was all not true. They live off conspiracy theories. And they put the conspiracy theories out there like they're fucking facts. That's why I have a problem. I don't care if y'all want to come up with conspiracy theories. I never have. But let's keep it real. At least have the fucking conspiracy theories be in a realm of a little bit of reality. And let's not fucking lie about people. Like, here's another story for y'all. You know these fucking clowns? We were watching it live. This was on Matt Jarbel's stream a long time ago because they were talking about this shit and we were having a little laugh at them, right? So somebody went in their chat. We were watching live. Somebody went in their chat and used my name. Okay? They used my name. They used my picture. And they went in the chat and started talking shit. Right? And I was watching this live on the stream, laughing my ass off because it definitely wasn't me. And you know how you could tell it was me? Because you see how these people have these wrenches next to their names? Do you know what these people can do when they want to see somebody's account? They have to click on your name and it brings you to their page. Okay? Really simple. All they had to do was have one of their mods confirm if that was actually my account. Okay, at the time I had 2,000 something subscribers, right? That channel was definitely made on that day, right? Because I looked it up. It was made that night. I found the channel and I laughed because I said, all y'all had to do was click on that account, have one of your mods click on it to see if it brought you back to this channel. And that next to it, it said 2,000 something subscribers. Because if it did, you would have known that wasn't actually me. And then they made up some bullshit saying, well, she's blocked. She made another account. Why the fuck, if I am blocked? Number one, I never, ever went onto their channel on another account except that night. That night I did. I went on that channel called Tempest, right? I had another account and it was called Tempest. And when I saw that, I logged into Tempest and I went into the chat and I said, why don't you guys just check that account to see who it belongs to? See if it goes back to her channel. And they did not do that. Okay? That was the one and only fucking time I ever went to Skywalker's chat and channel and put anything in there. But again, the lie sounds better than the truth because they want people to fucking hate me. They want people not to listen to me because I'm calling their asses out. I'm challenging them. They don't want anyone to come here and be like, wow, this chick kind of makes sense. She's crazy, but she makes sense. I'm unsubscribing. Right? But all they had to do was check that account to verify when the account was made and that it was actually my account, right? But then they were like, oh, but we blocked her from the channel. I'd never been to that channel. So they had to come to my channel and blocked me so I couldn't type anyways, which I didn't know regardless because, again, I've never been on their channel on this account, right? And that was the bullshit they put out there, that they're like, well, she would have made an account. If I wanted to make it, why would I make an account using my name if I wanted to say something? If I knew that I was going to get immediately yeeted, I would never do that. That's fucking dumb. You're giving much credit to idiots. It's not even that they're idiots. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're just mad that I also know what they're doing and I'm calling it out. Because now I'm getting people to question things, right? Like Tony in the chat. He watches Skywalker. He's cool over there. That's fine. But he's never heard the other side of this fucking stories that they've been telling for years. 2 years ago, you guys deleted somebody's fucking super chat. Not true. Super chat's still there. When was it deleted? When was it deleted? I showed proof it wasn't deleted. That was a lie. They told people that me and RJ and Dave the film junkie and fucking Grace Randolph, of all people, orchestrated the Twitter spaces to attack them. That wasn't true either. The film junkie didn't even talk in that Twitter spaces. He was muted. He was a listener. Grace Randolph never showed up in the fucking Twitter spaces. That is a fucking lie. That Twitter spaces is still up on RJ's Twitter account. Go back and fucking listen. Go back and watch it. See who was in that. See for yourselves. See who was talking in that Twitter spaces. Grace Randolph never made an appearance. So that was a fucking lie. That was a fucking lie. The only thing that fucking happened, that fucking I remember, is Skywalker the Jedi freaking out that Review Tech USA was in the spaces and was talking in the spaces. And he's like, why is Review Tech USA here? Oh my God. How did they know Review Tech USA? Because he was my friend. He was my friend, and he saw me in a Twitter spaces that had hundreds of people listening, and he got curious, so he clicked in and listened in. And because he's Review Tech USA, he requested to speak, so we let him speak. And he had nothing really to contribute because he had no fucking idea what was going on. But Grace Randolph never was there. But they say that shit, and everyone wants to run with it. I've had people who literally were cool with me, been on streams with me, literally believing their bullshit about that fucking story about me banning people. Yeah, Drago, I'm talking to fucking you. I'm talking to you, Drago. Where I literally watched you when I was having a fucking conversation, right? And you were getting on me saying, well, you only go after the Snyder fans. I never see you go after the James Gunn fans. I have. When I've seen it. But you know what? I saw more of Zack Snyder people talking and saying the crazy shit, so I'd call them out. I didn't see a lot of James Gunn people, but hey, point me in the direction. I'll call them out right now. Right? And then what did it happen? Drago responded to a comment saying, this is the same person. That used to be Saggy Melon. She was the one that was banning people from the AFSP charity stream with Zack Snyder. And Drago said, oh my God. Oh my God, I never knew that. Hold on. Hold my beer, guys. Hold my fucking beer. Let's go back to some receipts because I'm all for the fucking receipts now. Let's go back to that stream. I got another person to call out. Now that we're here and we're bringing it up, I got another person to call out. Please hold. Please hold. Please hold, y'all. This one's gonna be funny. Because I saw this when I was looking for Zod's super chat. That again is still on this page. Give me a second. I gotta go through and find it. Found it. So remember how I mentioned Drago, right? Oh, please. I hope somebody sends Drago this one because this one's funny. Because Drago, remember how on Twitter somebody had mentioned that I was deleting people's super chats and deleting their comments right? And you were like, wow, I didn't know that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You didn't say that's fucked up. You said that's messed up. Drago, you don't remember that happening? You don't remember that? Funny. Whose super chat is this? Whose super chat was this, Drago? Yeah. I was deleting fucking super chats, Drago. You were there watching. You were there watching, Drago. Funny how you're completely fine also perpetuating people's lies. Because you know that was bullshit. You know that was bullshit. Right here. Right here. What's that? Is that you? Is that you 2 years ago? Right here? It's funny how people change, huh? How people forget, huh? How people easily believe bullshit and run with it and then get mad at me for calling that out. And I'm the fucking toxic one. And I'm the fucking one that's crazy, right? Am I crazy here? Am I crazy right now? When I'm proving to you guys that that fucking story was always full of fucking shit? That even till this day, I still have to fucking answer for this when I've already addressed it many fucking times? Literally the day after this fucking stream happened. But no, I was deleting people's super chats, right? Y'all believe that. When those super chats till this day, 2 years later, are still on this fucking page. Funny how that works, isn't it? And I was very shocked when I saw this fucking guy. When people said, yeah, she was the one who was deleting people's she's deleting people's super chats. Banning people from the chat for no reason. Silencing us so we couldn't talk to Zack Snyder. Oh my God, she did that? I didn't know that. How could you not know that? You were there. You gave a super chat. This is you. Axel. Draga. This is you. Right. And yet still people bring it up. I'm still the big bad bitch who fucking silenced them and deleted their super chats during a fucking suicide prevention awareness fucking charity stream. That's the lie they will continue to put out there because they don't want y'all to know the fucking truth, that they fucking lied about it. And to think that they're not lying to you now is crazy. Crazy. Oh, I'm back, baby. I am back in full force. She just said, yes, I am crazy. No, I am 100%. But I'm still not wrong. Did they or did they not lie? You tell me after showing you guys this, did they or did they not fucking lie? You guys asked me, y'all are the moral police. You tell me, did they lie? Yes or no? Where's Tony at? I want to know. Did they lie? Yes or no? And I agree with that. Looks like lies to me. Exactly. Thank you. Because they did lie. They 100% fucking lied. And they continue to lie. And that's why it's being brought up. 2 years ago, I let it go. I forgot it even happened. Because at this point, I said my piece and I kept it moving. They try to cancel me for this shit. They try to fucking turn the entire fan base for that entire week. I was getting fucking roasted on the internet. I was getting cooked for something I didn't even do. That's the crazy part. I was getting cooked on the internet and flamed for something I never even did. Just because these people don't fucking like me. They lied to everyone to have the entire fucking fandom come down my throat. I know, I'm sorry. I should have said it like that, but that's exactly what it felt like. I did have people just fucking shoving shit down my throat for something I never did. I never did. And I don't care if it's been 2 years, 5 years. If anyone brings it up, we gonna talk about it. We gonna bring the receipts. Because I'm getting tired of people saying I did some shit I never fucking did. You can come at me for the shit I've said. Have I talked a lot of shit about these guys? 100%. 100%. Am I toxic to these people? 100%. But what I didn't do is what they're accusing me of doing. I never did this shit. I never did this shit. They are just mad because I had a moderation in a fucking stream where Zack Snyder was the guest, and that pissed them off because they had no control. That's what it came down to. And to top it off, they didn't like the Nerd Queens. That's what it came down to. They hate the Nerd Queens. So they used a bullshit lie to spin a narrative to get Zack Snyder to pay attention, to be like, oh my God, how could you girls do this? I came on your show and now they're saying that you gave a wrench to somebody who is toxic and nothing but a hateful person. They hate me. They talk about my fandom so shitty and they don't like me. Why would you mod this person? And look at what they did. They started silencing my fans. That's what they wanted to happen. They wanted Zack Snyder to use this to disassociate with the Nerd Queens so that they could get Zaddy Zack. That's what it came down to. And that's always what it comes down to. They don't want to support Zack. They want Zack to support them. Go ahead. Ask your question. That's probably going to be trolly-like. They want to burn you alive. Pretty much. Oh, they would love for me to stay gone. Love for me to off myself. Trust me. Trust me. They would love for me to stop talking about them. And I haven't for the longest time. But man, you know, when you got some good entertaining content where you get the opportunity to call people out on their bullshit, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I do that? And of course, because Tony brought it up, the lies that they were spelled, I have to prove myself. I have to prove my innocence. If someone that's donated is timed out or banned, does that erase the super chat? The thing is I believe that if you so if I ban somebody, like, okay, for a perfect example, I had to log on to another account because I couldn't see it, right? So if I was logged onto a different channel, right? Which I was, because I have them banned. I can't see it because I'm on an account that person's banned on. That's why I went on my other account that they wrenched for my old gaming channel so that I could still see them, right? So as far as would the super chat still remain, I think it still does. But the thing is too, right, is let's go back to see Zod's super chat, right? Because I'm pretty sure he was still typing after he sent that super chat. That's what I'm looking for too. The short answer is I think the super chat still shows. But that's the thing, right? But that's also the thing too. You make a good point. Because even if Zod got timed out from the chat, I'm pretty sure the super chat would still be there. So when they specifically said we deleted their super chats, that's what they specifically said. So let me go back and find Zod's super chat. I forgot where it was. I think it was around the beginning. So there's a super chat right there. Let's see. Let me let this play. I'm trying to see if, because I'm pretty sure Zod was still typing in the chat after the fact, which means he was never timed out. And here's the thing that's funny too. If we were timing people out, you can literally look at the chat. Notice how no one's saying anything about it. There's Lunchbox right there. Notice how no one's even saying anything about it. The mods are gods here. Look at that. Look at that. Drago. Pause. Right here. Right here. The mods are gods here. Look at how nobody had issues with the people who were getting timed out, right? The mods are gods here. At 30:30, if you go to 30:30 on the stream, I can't zoom in for some reason. Oh, no, I can. Right here. Drago again. Draga again. Mr. Oh, I didn't know that she was doing that. The person who was in the fucking chat donated is saying that the mods are gods here, right? Nobody in the chat was complaining about people getting timed out because they were getting timed out for fucking spamming. I literally said that to people. Anyone who got timed out is because they were fucking spamming. So anyone who said that they weren't spamming, again, I wasn't the one who timed out Necron. I know for a fact I wasn't the one because I didn't time out any of the people that I knew were going to use this as a fucking issue. Right? I didn't even time them out. Some other people did. I didn't time out a single person that was part of that camp. Okay? Damn, there's a lot of people. I'm waiting to see because I'm pretty sure Zod does type again. But I never timed out Zod. I know for a fact I didn't. Because Zod didn't do anything. Zod didn't do anything at all wrong. At all. Period. So I'm trying to see. I don't know if he typed because I know he was mad. I definitely think he was mad that they didn't read the chats. But there were a lot coming in. But I'm trying to find it. I just don't. Like I said, this is 2 years ago, guys. You got to bear with me. You got to bear with me. Okay, right here, right? One of the mods, which wasn't me, right? So Wonder Meg. Okay, here's the thing. Wonder Meg was a mod. This person was a mod. Please don't use super chats to ask that questions. There's no guarantee that it will be asked. So they even posted there, right? They even posted there at this time. Please don't use super chat to ask that questions. There's no guarantee that it will be asked. Go to the AFSP link in the bio and donate there. Okay? So the other mods even said not to super chat to ask a question because there was no guarantee that the question was going to get read. Which by the way, here's the thing that these clowns don't tell you either. They did read the super chat asking Zach about the Cell Justice League to Netflix. That question was asked. All right. Oh, hold on. I hate when my computer zoom out. Hi, zoom out. No, zoom out. Oh my God. Zoom out, computer. Out. Oh wait, can I do this? Wait. No? Oh my God. Hold on, guys. My screen got stuck. I can't zoom out. I might have to refresh the page. Hold on. Nope, that did not either. God damn it. I'm like, why? It didn't zoom out. It was frozen. Oh man. I'm like, this is what happens. My laptop was like, F you, girl. We not zooming out. Yeah, my computer was not trying to zoom out. Oh man. Now it's being slow. My computer's like, I don't know what you want me to do, woman. Okay, yeah, exactly. That warning was given throughout the stream. But don't forget it was my fault, Lunchbox. Because you were there. All right, let me refresh this shit because this is getting annoying. It's not Boston internet at this time. That Drago kid is super annoying. Yeah, he is a little annoying, and he also perpetuates lies too, because you saw in the chat, right? He was there. Holy adios mio. This shit's so far back now. Okay, hold on. Because my whole point in showing you this is to show you I never timed out anybody. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. I fucked up, guys. My whole entire page is all messed up. Oh, man. This whole page is messed up. I'll fix it later, but let's get the chat back up. I know. I don't know what happened. The computer is just like being all weird. Now the screen's all fucked up. That screen's all fucked up. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see if we can go back and find. Let me see. I'm going to try to look for it. So, like I said, I'm just seeing if Zod typed in the chat because I'm on the other account. I think he was mainly watching, to be fair, because I'm pretty sure I saw him type in the chat after that super chat, but I could be mistaken. Like, again, it was 2 years ago. But he was definitely never, at least on my end, I never banned him. I wouldn't have done that. And here's a comment. I said some people are getting banned because they're here to cause drama. That was also the thing. I saw a few people starting shit in the chat, saying some stuff that they shouldn't have been saying. And so that was also true. I did ban the people that were just talking shit. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so now we're getting to the part where people are saying stuff. I responded. Let me get it on the screen so you guys can see. Yeah, no, my screen got all fucked up, guys. Like you see it, it's all weird now. So here in the chat, right, we have somebody saying something about us banning people, right? And I said, nope, but spamming hashtags. Because somebody asked if like they can put the hashtag in the chat, and I responded with, no, but like, oh, but they said, we are not allowed to spam put the hashtag in the chat. I said, no, it's not that, but spamming the hashtag is not allowed. That's what I said here. I know I don't want to zoom in again because I don't want to fuck up the screen anymore. And then somebody here says, doesn't matter. Because somebody said something, doesn't matter. This is about Zack in the community and raising money for AFP. And I said, some people are getting banned because they are here to cause drama, which was true. Let's go forward. Somebody said this chat is wild because, yeah, it got wild. Around this point, it got put to the point people were spamming. People were saying some shit that they were like talking shit in the chat to each other, and some people got banned, right? You see the Bat channel here. That's part of Skywalker's group. He's still here typing. He's still here typing and talking. You know, no one who got banned didn't have it coming. Sorry. Like, they definitely fucked around in the chat. And I mostly timed out people that had nothing to even do with Skywalker's crew. But they said otherwise. So here we're still in the chat. Everyone's still talking. I'm barely even talking. It's Feral Command. Saggy, you're doing a great job. Saggy, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Right? People in the chat saying I'm doing a good job. Right? For timing out people who were fucking spamming and acting crazy. Yes, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Still here in the chat. Everybody's still talking. Our Movie News is there. Going down, let's see. I'm just trying to see. Oh, I see Luna is there. A lot of y'all who are in my chat now were here. Somebody asking about the guidelines. I said we did set guidelines and posted them many times, which is true. Lunchbox even said you guys were posting the stuff, yes. So again, I really want to know at what point were people getting unjustifiably timed out, and where were the super chats being deleted? Because no one's super chats got deleted. You can still see them on the screen. I don't know if possibly after the stream ended, if the Nerd Queens hid some people from the channel, but I'm not seeing that either. It is possible because Zod Rider has said some really nasty things about the Nerd Queens. It is possible that happened after the fact. I don't know for a fact, but I know that I never read anyone's fucking super chats or anything that wasn't spam or people saying some shit in the chat trying to start stuff. You know? I was respectful to everybody. People were asking about why people were getting timed out, and it was for the spam because people were seeing the spam and thanking us for getting rid of the spam. You know what I'm saying? So again, no one here is sitting there crying about why are all these people getting timed out. Everyone saw what was going on. People were fucking spamming in the fucking chat, and people were getting timed out for it. So I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all want to believe their bullshit, believe their bullshit. This stream is still up here on public. If you guys want to go through it and find the infractions I did to these people, feel free to knock yourself out, because I'm looking at it right now. I'm not seeing anything, but I'm also not seeing Zod comment. So I don't know if Zod even typed after that, or maybe the Nerd Queens did ban him after the fact, but he was able to give a super chat and it's still there. You know what I'm saying? So actually, let me go to the end because I feel like he said it at the end. Let's see. When Zack was about to leave and everyone was like, yeah, I was talking shit at the end, though. I'll say that. I was talking shit at the end because there were people who were stream sniping and reacting to it and making lies up. Because I remember somebody saying it. There's a bat channel, never timed out, never hidden. They were stream sniping and talking shit, saying that they were getting timed out and stuff. And that's when I started talking shit back. I will admit to that. But that's why I was talking shit. That's why I was talking shit, because they were stream sniping and saying, oh, they're saggy. She's there timing everybody out. She's timing everybody out. Yeah, I think this is around the time where, Zach was about to go. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Zach. I'm gonna let this play. Oh no, I can't let this play because the screen's all fucked up. Let's see. Yeah, I was talking shit at the end. I was definitely talking shit at the end of this. Oh man, this brings me back. I was definitely talking shit to these fucking fools at the end of this. That's just hilarious. Yeah, I'm trying to see it. I'm sure I'll find it. Now I'm invested. You guys got me invested in this. Oh my god, my hand. The way I'm using my mouse is killing my hand right now. And this is where everybody kind of dipped. Yeah, this is where they all dipped. So I think it was around the time Zack Snyder was leaving, everyone was saying bye. So I mean, you get the point. Like I said, this is still up there. I can't find it right now, but again, a lot of these people I'm seeing in the chat are a lot of people I did not like, and they don't like me, and they're still in the chat. They're still in the chat. So there you go. Yes, I'm still going. Why do you care if I'm still going? Crazy. People were being timed out. I missed it. Nah, this is on another stream a while ago. 2 years ago. Yeah, but the thing is, like, nobody who gave a super chat was timed out. Like, a lot of those people were still in the chat, and none of the people, like, Zod never got timed out during that stream because he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't spamming. He wasn't doing anything, so he never got timed out. So when he was telling people that super chat was deleted and that we deleted him so he couldn't talk, that was bullshit. That never happened. He was still in there, and I just can't see where the typing is. Again, he was never banned, and his super chat's still there till this day. So that's what it comes down to. A lot of people just perpetuating bullshit. Bullshit. Matter of fact, it might be on my old shit. I'm going to have to look at my old stream where I covered this the day after. Because I'm pretty sure I had all the receipts there too. But anyways. All right. That's all I got. Thanks for being here. This was fun because Beefy came back and so did Crazy Cat, so I got to go. But thank y'all for being here, listening to me rant and rave and hearing my side of the fucking stories that nobody wants to hear because y'all just want to listen to one side and then just listen and believe. But like I said, ask them for receipts. Like, ask them for proof, ask them for receipts to prove all the shit they say about me and all these people are true, because they never show receipts. They just say pretty words, and that's basically it. So that said, y'all have a good one. If y'all are excited for Superman Legacy, power to you. I hope you're excited. I hope it's a good movie. If it's not, well, then you'll just be another person disappointed. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm excited for your excitement, and if you hate it, then just don't see it. Don't see it. It's not that deep. Just don't go see it. I am looking forward to Peacemaker season 2, though. I'm definitely looking forward to Peacemaker. Bring back John Cena, and also don't forget Zack Snyder and James Gunn are friends. And maybe if you guys followed suit, there'd be less toxicity, and I'd have nothing to talk about. So with that said, go fuck yourself, and y'all have a great rest of your night, your day. And yeah, make sure you like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe. You know the deal. Thanks for the support, y'all. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow with another one. And I don't know how I'm ending the show. What should I end the show with, guys? I don't know. Shit. I don't know which one I like. We'll go on fake YouTubers because we just talked about that. So let's talk about fake YouTubers. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.
Blah, 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 felt sound like lost cows. Live more like fake cow, more like low cows. All that moving on the timeline. You too poppin' when you should be on that move too. Hey, Keenstar, you faker than some glazed donuts. I see your thumbnails, I'm like, that don't make no sense. Boogie fake cancer. Oh, you think we didn't know? I guess he missed the memo. Hey, Blackie, I got a question for you. What's the sentence for a falsified crime? If you're innocent, why you dodging all my questions? Hey, Michael, where you at, man, where you at? Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Kid behind the camera, more like kid behind the bars. Man, I should just hop off this app. Everybody lying, what's the point in that? The liars get the love, so I should probably go and lie on the track. They say you should tell the truth, but that ain't true. You gotta keep it fake, it's the only way to break through. It's so much faker than you think it is. Oh, it's faker than you think it is. Yeah.